Hey everybody, welcome to the F Words of Life. Super excited to be here with you today. And I am extra excited about our topic for today's episode. So I'm so glad that you are joining me, whether you are joining me on the live stream on social media or you are watching this as a replay. I want to welcome you. My name is Brenda Reynolds and this is the F Words of Life. And every day, Monday through Friday, we, meaning you and me, are doing a daily coaching. This is a daily dose of coaching, training, inspiration, motivation, and just super excited that you chose to join me today, whether this is your first time or you've been here multiple times. Again, I want to welcome you and say thank you for joining me, and I look forward to learning and growing with you today. So what have we been doing? Quick recap. Over the past 3 weeks, we've been doing something called the FWORDS RESET, which is basically an opportunity for you in April, if you're doing this live, and whenever you're watching this on the replay, whether it's a month from now, a year from now, I welcome you and I encourage you to participate in the FWORDS RESET. Because what it is essentially an opportunity for you to take an inventory of where you're at in your life right now, set some direction, some vision, some goals of where you want to go. And then what we've been focused on this week is focusing on our mindsets and beliefs, how that impacts our visions and goals. And next week will be the final week of the actual FWORDS RESET experience, the 4-week process, and we're going to focus on actions and habits. So if you haven't, you can download your free guidebook. It's available at thefwordsoflife.com/FWordsReset, and it is a 14-page PDF guide that you can download at any time and follow along. And I encourage you now, if you don't have that or if you don't have a pen and paper, grab one. You're going to want to take some notes during this. If you're driving, that's okay. Keep driving, keep listening, and you can take notes later. I also want to remind you one other quick reminder. If you want to catch these live broadcasts so that you can interact with me with questions and whatnot, definitely on Facebook, create your notifications to be turned on. So on any one of the F Words of Life videos, just click the little 3 dots. It brings down a drop-down menu and you can say turn on live notifications. So whenever I go live, you'll get a little notification on your phone. If you can jump on, great. If not, you'll know that you have a replay to watch on Facebook. On Instagram, the live feeds only stay up for 24 hours, so hop on over to facebook.com/thefwordsoflife and you can catch all of the replays there. We're on day 14 right now of the F Words Reset, and like I said, I'm super excited about today's topic. All this week we've been talking about mindsets, the way that your brain actually thinks in autopilot versus deliberate and intentional thinking. Yesterday, we really dove deep into uncovering what your specific limiting beliefs are, your negative self-talk. Everyone has this. This isn't something to be embarrassed about. It's not something to beat yourself up over. It's something to bring to your awareness, because once we bring it to awareness is when we can start shifting it. And today, what I'm going to talk about is why there's scientific proof behind this these exercises that we do, these activities, and why is this so important to unearth our limiting beliefs and actually start to reprogram our brain with new beliefs and new thoughts in an intentional, deliberate way. Okay, so if some of you don't know my background, originally when I first came out of college, I was a psych major, and then I got my master's degree in cognitive psychology. And I've always been really interested in where science crosses psychology and, you know, the brain and our thinking along, and how does that interact with our feelings. And then I got really interested in spirituality and personal development at the same time. And so I'm constantly consuming all of these different things that all intersect in different places. And I find it absolutely fascinating in how we can grow with spiritual principles that we use in personal development that have scientific backing to help our psychology. I mean, it really is fascinating. And so for some of you, I think I mentioned this on last week's training and said I was going to go into it in more detail sooner than this, but today's the day. We're going to talk about something called your reticular activating system. Okay, sometimes I call it the reticular activator for short. That's how it was first taught to me. I don't know if that's scientifically correct or not, but I know it's called the reticular activating system, RAS. It's actually a neural net in your brain that you have. Now, what is this? So we're going to just not do the high scientific level talk about this. We're going to talk about the practical application. Why does this matter to me, Brenda? Why would I want to know this? I want you to know this so that you know this isn't some woo-woo thing that you're listening to. That me telling you that you can reprogram your thoughts and that can actually lead to success. This isn't just I'm hoping and I'm wishing, you know, upon a prayer that this might happen for you. There's legitimate scientific fact research backing this. So your reticular activating system, what is it? It's a filter, essentially at its simplest, because we have this giant supercomputer, right? That's called our brain, that we still don't understand 90% of it, right? And they say that we only use 10% of it. I mean, we've got all of this going on up here. And most of it's happening on a subconscious or unconscious level. That's why you can do so many things in autopilot, not only physically, but your thinking, your thoughts, over 50% of your thoughts every day, you're thinking on autopilot. That's kind of scary, right? Well, why the reticular activating system exists as a filter is, think about if we took in every stimuli that's out there in the world. So as you're driving, if you literally could take in everything, as you're scrolling through the internet and social media pages, like if you literally took in every single detail, your brain would explode. Okay, that's the scientific fact, right? You just simply can't take it all in. And so the brain has this filter system, and what it does is it looks for things that match your current beliefs. We like confirmation, right? We like positive confirmation so that it matches our current belief system. And so what happens is if you're constantly telling yourself, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm too old, I'm too this, that, or the other, what happens is the filter, you know, think of it, I mean, think of this as like, right? It's looking for things. It wants to match that picture. So if you go to work every day and you're in your internal mind, you're saying to yourself, none of my coworkers like me, right? Nobody at work likes me. What is your reticular activating system doing? That filter. It's looking for proof. We want to prove over and over that this statement, this fact that we've chosen to believe is true. So you'll notice instances, or you'll imagine instances. Oh, those people over there, they're talking about, you know, something, and they're laughing, and they looked over at me. So that must be confirmation that they don't like me. They don't want me to be part of their group. Sorry, guys, I just had a cat. This happens now, it seems like every day. Luna, please don't knock that camera over. All right, because we're streaming on social media. This is live TV, people. This is not recorded, and this is not edited. This goes out to you in the internet ethers of the world, and does not get edited. So that was Luna. She wanted to say hi, and I apologize if the camera jiggles at all. If I lock them out of the room, believe me, there'd be a lot more noise than there is with them in the room. There are two of them. And so, Luna, hey, okay, get down, baby. All right, good girl. All right, nothing fell over so far. We're doing good. Okay, so if you say my coworkers don't like me, that's the thought that you have, that's the belief you have. Our reticular activator's looking for proof. We're looking for, yes, confirmation. That's true. So if you say, you know, if you wake up in the morning and you say, I don't feel very good, you actually look unconsciously for confirmation of why you don't feel good, and you actually can feel worse as the day goes on. Oh, see, I got this ache, and I got this, and I got this, and all of this. And so it just doesn't matter which statement or what it is to be true. We're always looking, our brain is always looking for confirmation of our internal images, of our thoughts, of our beliefs, okay? Now, why am I sharing this with you? Because you can use this power, this superpower, for good. You can use this superpower to enhance your life starting right now, today. Now, I'm going to give you a process and kind of an action step at the end of this where you will have tangible to-dos to make this happen. Some people call this manifesting. Some people call this creating. Some people, you know, you'll hear all different types of words. Some people will say, oh, these coincidences keep happening when I started this process. That's right. Because what will happen is you're going to start using visualization in a very specific way. Now, yesterday we talked about flipping the script. We talked about shifting from I'm not worthy enough to I'm exactly right and good the way that I am right now, right? We're flipping it into the opposite thought, and we're literally interrupting that thought pattern. So if you didn't watch that training, please go back and watch yesterday's episode, because it really, all of these things link together. We're making one giant puzzle, right, of how you can live your highest and best life, live your fullest potential, and all of these things link together. So visualization, why is it important? And this is one of the top habits of the most successful people out there on the planet. And it's a skill that you can develop. It's not something either I'm born with it or I'm not. It's a skill you can develop. So visualization. Last week, we created a 10-year vision. Then we wrote out 10 realities, 10 statements that must come true to get us closer to our vision being true, right? And then we broke that down into one tangible goal, the singular focus of one, right, to gain momentum. All of this ties back to that, because what I want you to do with visualization is whatever it is you want to manifest, you want to create, you want to co-create with the universe, you want to have as a reality in your life, you're going to visualize it. You're literally going to close your eyes and you're going to see yourself in the meeting that you have coming up, that you know you want to participate in, and you have great things to share, right? And you're going to see yourself raising your hand. You're going to see yourself sharing these things. You're going to see it being welcomed and received and great questions coming back. And you're going to picture this just like if you were a champion athlete. Champion athletes use visualization. If they're going to swim 100 meters, they will literally over and over, the top performers will visualize every stroke, every miniature movement of that 100-meter swim. Okay, they can see it in their mind's eye. They can see reaching out at the end and being first. They can see the time on the clock. And so you're going to visualize this just in a couple of seconds. You don't have to spend 30 minutes in visualization. I want you to spend 30 seconds on visualizing what it is you want. And then that's part one, is you see the picture like you're watching a movie, right? Create the movie in your mind. I call it flipping the script because this is your life. It's your script. It's your movie. Let's create the script and the picture that you want. So you're going to create the visualization. You're going to see it in your mind's eye. And then I want you to feel the feelings. How are you going to feel when you raise your hand in that meeting and you contribute the brilliant knowledge that you have, or the insight, or the question, and it's well received, and you're going to feel pride, right? You're going to feel happiness. You're going to feel fulfilled. You're going to feel contribution. I want you just to feel those feelings for just a second. And what it does is it makes that picture stronger. Now, when I talked about this last week, when I talked about creating our 10 realities and writing them in present tense as if they're already true, I mentioned that the brain does not know the difference between a real image or a real memory, right? Like my cat just jumped up on the table. That's a real memory. My brain doesn't know the difference between that and something that I imagine. The brain is just so fascinating. And this is how you tap into your brilliance, is just by tapping into these proven, known things to maximize your brain. Now, next week, we're going to talk about going out and taking massive action and creating habits. And because you can't just sit in the room and hope that, money starts pouring from the sky. It's a both and. But what I will tell you, in over 15 years of coaching thousands and thousands and thousands of people and training people in groups and on stages, what I will tell you is if you do the action alone, without the thinking, you're only going to get so far. You're going to hit a plateau or a ceiling. If you implement the thinking and the visualization and everything that we've been talking about, that's when you become the Olympian standing on the top of the podium with the gold medal. And that's where I want you in your life, in all 7 areas of the F words of your life. Okay? So why does this work? Well, the brain doesn't know, like I said, the difference between an imagined image and a real memory, which is an image, right? You have that in your brain. Our brain thinks in pictures, which is also why visualization is so important. I told you guys, I get super geeked out, nerded. I just love this stuff because it's not magic, right? It's not this woo-woo stuff. It's real, and you have access to it right now, the same as everybody. It's the great equalizer. Nobody has more of it or less of it. If somebody has more of it, it's only because they practiced more and they've enhanced and built the muscle around this skill. Okay, so the more you visualize, the more that picture gets locked in. So how does this tie back to our reticular activating system? Well, our reticular activating system is doing what? It's filtering our realities, what we see, what we hear, what we notice, based on the pictures and the beliefs in our head, the vision in our head. So every morning, if you're taking time to visualize and see yourself achieving your goal as if it's already happening right there in that movie, it's a memory, right? It's already happened, and you're feeling the feelings behind it, then the reticular activator goes, okay, new filter. I've got to find things that match up with this picture. So your radar, right, starts honing in on things that seem coincidental. Somebody suddenly calls you and the conversation goes to this different place, and you think to ask this question and they bring this to the table. Or you're perusing the internet and you suddenly find an article and you stop for a minute and you're like, gosh, this is an exact alignment with that business that I was thinking about opening, that I really want to do. Or whatever it is, I'm telling you, you'll start noticing opportunities. It will seem like magic sometimes. And this is why I like to have fun with it. Make it into a game. See what you can co-create with the universe. See what you can manifest by the power of your thoughts and then taking action behind it. Like I said, you've got to show up. God's not just going to rain it down from the ceiling. You have to show up and do the work. But part of the work is doing this visualization. Okay, so let me look at my notes. So our brain starts looking for things that match the picture. So that's one of the things that happens when you start using the power of visualization, the power of visualization. The second thing that happens just as a byproduct is your confidence starts growing. So if we're thinking and we're picturing or imagining ourselves in this situation and we're having success because we're only picturing positive things and positive outcomes, we're picturing going to the bank and withdrawing $10,000 because you want to go for an all-paid cash vacation, right? And you're picturing yourself going to the bank and getting that check and getting it cashed, right? And then you're seeing it, maybe you're turning it into a different currency from a different country, and you can visualize this and you can see it and you can smell it and you get excited. Well, now, yeah, we've got to do the work to get you there, and we're going to find the habits and everything. But the more you visualize it, things will start to happen. Maybe you suddenly come across a discounted tickets or a package trip or whatever it may be, okay? So your reticular activator will snap in. It's going to start looking for these things. Things will start matching up. So how do we build this skill? How do we build this muscle so that we get our reticular activator working in our favor, right? Working in our favor, because right now, my friend, I've got news for you. If you're not proactively doing this, whatever the current state of reality is of your life is the current picture you have, whatever the current beliefs you have in your head, whatever your limiting thoughts are, limiting beliefs, that's what your reticular activator is honing in on. Looking for confirmation, looking for proof, looking for confirmation. See, that's why nobody at work likes me. See, there's that proof again, right? And it's not true. It's a fallacy. So we're going to do two things to tie this all together. Number one, we're going to use visualization and tie this back to the 10 realities that you wrote down last week. Now, if you've missed any of the F words, whoa, I just had a cat jump from one table to another. Sorry, guys. Everything almost went flying. That was great. Luna, you good? All right, go explore whatever you just knocked over. All right, live TV, back to focus. So here's what we're going to do. Let me restart. Here's our process. Last week, if you missed any of the FWORDS Reset experience, I did a training on taking your 10-year vision into 10 statements in present tense, why these are so powerful. That leads you to focus in on one goal. I call those things the 10 realities. They're the 10 things that need to come true to help you get closer to manifesting your vision, okay? I told you if you want to supersize this, you really want to supersize this, and you want to manifest those things quicker, then what you do is you sit down and you write them down every single day in present tense, your 10 things. Every day you write them out, okay? So go back and watch that training if you missed it. I think it was day 8, but 7, 8, and 9, all of those from last week, week 2. Okay, so what we're gonna do is when you write those 10 realities, now we're gonna take it up another level. Writing them down every day is supersize number 1. Now we wanna do something exponentially to increase this. Every statement you write, I want you to spend 10, 15 seconds doing what I just described about visualization. You're going to see it happening. You're going to see yourself walking into the bank and withdrawing that money. You're going to see yourself trying on your favorite pair of jeans and looking and feeling good. Don't worry about the size, but that you're going to feel great. Whatever it is, you're going to see yourself in that car. You're going to see yourself walking into your dream home. You're going to see yourself on your vacation. You're going to see yourself getting the promotion. You're going to see yourself with a significant other who loves you unconditionally because you are fabulous. Okay, whatever it is, you're going to see yourself with wonderful self-worth and self-love and self-care so that you can serve and be your highest and best self for other people, right? 10 seconds, 15 seconds. You're going to see it and then you're going to feel the feeling, okay? So you're going to write your 10 realities down, and for each one, you're just going to do a quick visualization, create that snapshot, create that picture, feel the feeling, feel the happiness, feel the joy, feel the gratitude, feel the, the humility, like humble that you were able to achieve this, whatever feelings go into it for you, right? Feel the pride, the self-pride that, hey, I accomplished this. How proud are you going to be of yourself when you accomplish that? All right. So we're going to take those 10 realities, we're going to write them every day, and then you're going to visualize. That's part 1 of your daily practice and routine that you do every morning is when I recommend it. If you miss it, do it in the afternoon, do it in the evening. I'm not perfect at this, believe me. Sometimes it's the end of my day and I'm just getting to it. But the goal is that you're doing this every single day, 7 days a week, every single day, okay? You're writing your realities down, you're visualizing them, and you're feeling them. Now, let's tie it back to what we've talked about the past couple of days, which is our limiting beliefs and our thought system that goes on all day long. We've got these unconscious negative self-talk loops that go on. So yesterday we talked about specifically doing a stop. I clapped really loud and the cats went running. Okay, I find myself, God, I suck at this. I suck at this. I'm not good at this. I'm not worthy of this. Nobody loves me. Okay, stop. Whatever that is, that thought is that you now recognize, we're going to replace it with a new statement. We're just going to say the opposite. I am worthy. I am lovable. People like me just the way that I am, right? I am good enough to do this. I'm capable. If I want this bad enough, I can figure it out. I can work hard to make this happen, whatever your statement is. So during the day, when you do that, the other piece that I want you to add in is seeing it and feeling it as if it's already true. Do you guys get a pattern here? That whether we're writing our goals and visualizing it, we're interrupting our thought patterns, we're going to visualize it, we're going to feel it, okay? And we're creating the picture in our brain so that the reticular activator is looking for confirmations and ways to make this picture true. Again, the brain doesn't understand the difference between a true picture and a true memory and something that you're creating. Okay, so I am very passionate about this. This is something I work on every day. Am I perfect? Far from it. That's the reason, again, I love doing these trainings with you guys every day, because every day I'm working on this. Every day I falter. I have a backslide moment. I just totally screw it up, right? Okay, how do I get back on track? This is how we get back on track. So you're going to write your realities every day. You're going to take 10 seconds each one, right? So if you've got 10, that's less than 2 minutes. I think your life is worth 2 minutes of time visualizing this, right? With gratitude, with joy, with pride, with humility, you're going to see these things as if they're already true. get your snapshot, get your movie screen, right? This is the script of your life. And then throughout the day, as the negative script comes up, we're going to flip it. So I've been calling this flip the script. Flip is an F word. I like that. So we're the F words of life. And so yesterday I promised you something that will be coming to you tomorrow if you are part of my email list. Fridays is when my email goes out to you, my weekly email. Has tidbits in there, has content in there, has something hopefully that'll make you laugh. And yesterday what I promised you is a free bonus that you will get in your newsletter tomorrow, which you will get. And this is it. And I said I'd give you probably between, I think I said 10 and 20 ways to flip the script. What I did was I actually created 40 because 20 was not enough for you guys. I mean, you're the rock stars. So I created 40 different ways that you can flip the script. And what I did specifically is, since this is the F words of life and I want you thinking about each aspect of your life, is I divided it into the 7 F words plus our 8th F word, which is failure. Okay, so you, as part of this community, as part of the F tribe, if you're on my email list, you will get this as part of Friday's email. You're going to get it in a PDF so that you can actually download it in this format. You can print it out, you can save it on your phone, and for each of the F words, there's 5 autopilot negative thinkings that you may have, something similar to what you may have, and then there's the corresponding one that you can shift it to. Now you can mix and match these as any way that you want. This is yours. Play with it. And then even at the bottom of page 2, I have a blank little section for you to write down the one that you're working on or customize your own. Okay? So just another handy little tool that you can use in your daily life to keep this in front of you. You can print this out. You can do whatever you want with this, okay, in PDF form. You can share it with your friends and family. This is my gift to you. And so hopefully you like that. That's something that you'll enjoy. You'll get that. If you're not on my email list and you want to receive things like this that are tools that I create as we're going along in our process, all you have to do is go to thefwordsoflife.com, put in your email address, and you'll get correspondence from me on a weekly basis. Like I said, that's just there to inspire you, to motivate you, to give you tools like this so that you continually are keeping your own personal development and growth and your goals and your dreams and your visions and your potential so that you can live your best life right now. Okay, that's what I want, and that we're always working on it together. So, final thought with visualization. You can do this with anything. So I want you to really focus on 2 things throughout the day. Starting your morning visualizing, using your 10 realities, tying that back to your goals. What do you want to achieve? And then throughout the day with your stinking thinking. So notice it that your stinking thinking we're going to get rid of by shifting into our positive intentional thoughts. And like I said, use your cheat sheet. I would screenshot it, whatever you want to do, and get good at rewriting your script. Flip the script, right? Rewrite it. So if you find yourself saying, I hate this about myself, you got to flip it. I love this about myself. I accept this about myself. I choose to love this. That may be a place sometimes it's hard to go from I don't like to I like or I love. I choose to love it. I choose to love myself today just the way that I am. Has a little bit different flavor. And we're going to do a lot more training on this as we move forward because I'm giving you as much as I can, and we're already at 30 minutes almost, as much as I can every day, but I want to keep it in bite-sized pieces. So sometimes you'll feel like, Brenda, when I switch it to this, oh, I love myself so much, it doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel authentic. Then you got to dial it down a little bit. And what I mean by that is you got to say words like, I choose to accept, or I accept myself today. I give myself grace today. So there's all different flavors to this and nuances and ways to actually make it more powerful. But my final thought is you can do this with anything. So we're going to do this with our realities every morning that we're writing down in present tense. We're going to visualize, and we're going to spend, 2 minutes on this, visualizing your life, your movie, your script. And then throughout the day, we're going to flip the script. As we get into negative thinking, we're going to flip it to positive, right? As we get into autopilot thinking, we're going to rewrite it, and we're going to do intentional thinking. Okay, those are your 2 main things. But at any time you're having a bad day or you want to have a great day, when you're laying in bed, I've told this story before, the alarm clock, not my favorite thing. And so I had to teach myself, instead of going, oh God, here I have to get out of bed and it's going to be the worst day. Hey, it's going to be a great day today. And I start playing the movie in my mind. Why is it going to be a great day? What's going to happen in my day? How are people going to show up? How am I going to show up? So you can visualize and create anything. Your kids, they're struggling at school. Make this into a game. In the morning, have them tell you, hey, write the script. Tell me the story of your perfect school day today. Have them say it out loud. What's the worst that can happen, guys? That they actually go and have a great day, or they forget about what they were worried about, and you keep them focused on the positive. Well, so-and-so's going to be mean to me. Well, what if they weren't? How would they show up? What would that look like? Well, they would invite me to play with them at recess. I don't know. Kids say, who knows? I mean, it's going to come out of them. But get them to visualize. Help them practice this. Let's say you know that you have, again, I used the example at the beginning, you know you have a big meeting coming up, you really want to not just impress, but you want to contribute, right? You see yourself in that meeting, you see yourself raising your hand, you see yourself getting confident, you see yourself saying it, you see yourself receiving it. So anything that you're prepping for, you've got a big interview coming up, you have the talk with the boss about, a raise, you own your own business and you're about to pitch your biggest client, would be your biggest client so far, or would be your biggest booking so far. Visualize and see it as exactly how you want to. Well, just like I said, like the Olympic swimmer sees every stroke of that 100 meters in his or her mind. And I'm telling you, the top athletes do this. They down to how they breathe, again, the smell, the sights, the sounds, everything around them, okay? Say with exercise, you're struggling with exercise. Okay, see yourself doing something that you enjoy doing. And actually, how are you going to feel when you're done? You can use visualization for anything, and it literally can flip everything on its head. So with that, my friends, I want to say thank you for being here. I love creating things like this. I literally just created this in the last 24 hours for you. So I hope that you enjoy this new little flip your script 2-page tool that you can use. Let me know how you're using it. Please share with me. Is it valuable? Here's how it helped. Here's, oh my gosh, Brenda, I did this and here's what happened, right? I visualized this thing happening and oh my gosh, it went almost exactly, or you know what, I visualized it and here's where it worked and here's where it didn't. Now, just like with everything that I'm teaching you every day and we're learning and growing together, there's no magic pill. There's no get rich quick. There's no, there's just not. Like I told you guys the other day, if you find it, come to me, let's sell it together. We'll make millions of dollars. But this isn't a fast fix. This is a daily practice, but it will make your day more enjoyable. It will make your day more fun. It will make your day more fulfilling. And overall, if you are in this for the long term, and you want to be successful in all the areas of the F words of your life, I'm telling you, this daily practice is the key. Now, tomorrow I'll be back live, probably a little bit earlier on Fridays. I do a little bit earlier live cast in the afternoon. Fridays are always just F Word Friday. I kind of do a little bit of off-topic training on something that's come up during the week, something you guys have shared with me. And so we'll see what tomorrow's training is. I'm not even going to seed it because I haven't even decided what I'm doing yet. But we'll have a fun Friday and F Word Friday tomorrow, live stream. And then Monday, I'll be back and we're going to do week 4 of the F Words Reset. And week 4 is going to be focused on your habits, your actions, and your rituals. And so again, we've spent all week this week talking about your thoughts, your vision, your thinking, your belief systems, and then today, visualization and why there's scientific proof why the visualization, when you create that picture, you make that picture stronger, your reticular activating system kicks in, it starts looking for, like I said, that's the sound, that's the sound effects for today. They're really high tech, right? Our radar is honing in on how to match up the things on the outside with this picture that we have on the inside. Next week, we're going to finish out the reset portion of this with rituals, actions, and habits, and how we can actually start creating success habits or build on the success habits you already have in each area. So maybe you're really good at fitness. How can we build another habit that goes along with faith? Maybe that's how you want to habit stack. So we're going to get into very specifics on creating actions, momentum, creating habits and rituals that are replicatable on a daily basis. That's another one of the #1 habits of the most successful people on the planet. And so we're going to dive into that deeper next week. If you've missed any of the trainings, Go back and watch them on Facebook.com/the FWords of life. They're all there housed for you. Today's day 14 of the reset. Okay, I'm doing this every weekday. After the reset is over, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep learning and training and doing daily doses of coaching and inspiration and motivation and brand new tools that, you know, can come to you and different ways that we can continue to level up in our lives. And like I said, you ultimately live your best life, your highest potential. So that's our training for today. If you haven't subscribed to the FWordsOfLife.com, go there so you can get the free tool tomorrow. It'll go out in tomorrow's email, thefwordsoflife.com. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram if you haven't. And then on Facebook specifically, I'm not sure how to do it on Instagram. I got to figure it out. But you can turn on the live notifications. As you're watching this video, or you go and you close this and you'll find one of my other videos on the FWords of Life business page, you'll see 3 little dots next to the FWords of Life by Brenda Reynolds. Those 3 little dots. It's a drop-down menu. Drop that menu open and then turn on notifications, turn on live notifications. So when I go live, it'll just show up on your phone and tell you that I'm live. If you can jump on live, great. If not, you know, there's a new replay for you to watch. On Instagram, you can turn on your live notifications, but I think you have to be on Instagram and actually using the app for the notification to come up. But I'm not 100% sure, so if somebody really knows Instagram, that's great. Tell me how to do it. But with Instagram, the replays only stay up for 24 hours. Facebook, I'm leaving them up for as long as you guys want them. So they're free. They're available right there on Facebook.com/the FWords of Life. And I appreciate you being here. Thank you for taking time out for yourself today to spend a few minutes with me, pouring into yourself to make yourself the best version of yourself so you can serve yourself, your family, your community, and the world. That's what this is about. I certainly am honored to be able to serve you by bringing you coaching and training and tools and a community that's coming together to make this world a better place by you being your best self. So I'm proud of you, and I say that every time. I'm proud of you for showing up for yourself. Keep showing up. I'll keep showing up, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys on the special edition of Friday's FWords of Life Live, and we'll have some fun tomorrow afternoon to close out the week. If you need anything, please never hesitate to reach out. Feedback, questions, concerns, challenges, I'm here to help you. Let me know how I can serve you individually, and I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow on live or on a replay. And by the way, if you're watching this on the replay, let me know you're watching it on the replay. You can put it in the comments. You can do #replay. Let me know your takeaways. Let me know if you're excited about our new 40 ways to flip the script. So you've got a full-on cheat sheet of how you can change your stinking thinking into positive, intentional thinking, and you get to write the script for the rest of your life. Make it the movie that you want. See the movie. Let the science and your brain and the reticular activating system do what it's supposed to do. And I'll look forward to seeing you guys soon on a live cast. Make it a great rest of your day. Thanks, my friends. Talk to you soon.